One stage, one night, one of public radio's most beloved voices live in Oklahoma City. Shankar Vedantam brings Hidden Brain to OCCC's Visual and Performing Arts Center on Saturday, September 26th at 6 p.m., and tickets are on sale now. This is the kind of evening you don't want to hear about later. Get your tickets now at kosu.org/tickets.
Support for the Red Dirt D&D podcast comes from Home Creations, Oklahoma City-based home builders with over 40 years of experience building new homes in the Oklahoma City metro. More, including financing options, virtual tours, and locations at homecreations.com.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Elias Stone, a human cleric.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Sable, a half-elf rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play August E. Graymore, a human fighter.
I'm Carrie Hester, and I play Moxie, a tiefling bard.
And I'm Brooke Bullock, your DM. Please join us as we explore the curse of the Clockwork City. Aboard the Second Kiss, Sable and Moxie have discovered a stowaway, but not some vagrant urchin, but instead Sable's boss, Minthra of the Sapphire Society. This elegant man has run his fingers through his coiffed haircut, pulling off a very familiar hat of disguise and transforming into a silver-haired drow elf wearing a fashionable corset with daggers inlaid on the side, and she glares at Sable. Sable has asked why she's there, and Minthra has said, because this is bigger than assigning it to any one agent. We have to have success in this endeavor. Kiri, what do you think Moxie's reaction is? Because this is an elven form you haven't ever seen before. Do you think Moxie even knows what a drow elf is?
No.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Have you ever been over to your friend's house as a kid and then your friend gets in trouble? This is what that feels like.
Yes.
And you're just kind of awkwardly standing there.
Yeah.
But I think in just looking at Minthra and seeing the daggers, knowing that she comes from the Sapphire Society, knowing that she is Sable's boss, all these puzzle pieces kind of click together really quickly, and she has correctly deduced that this is a very dangerous woman who would have absolutely zero problems killing me and throwing me over the side, and probably the only thing stopping her from doing that right now is Sable. So she's going to, for once in her life, keep her mouth shut in the corner here.
Amazing.
A wise decision.
I'm really sorry that I punched you. I could go now if that would be appropriate.
No one's going anywhere. Why don't you have a seat? And she kind of points to a chair. This in the stateroom that we are in, right? Stateroom's got a couple beds in it. Little
Zero
desk.
hesitation, sits.
This is the team.
Well, I mean, I've uncovered quite a bit with this team. It only made sense to rope them in on it. We've been fairly competent in our other missions. I do believe that we can take care of this.
The dwarf upstairs, the woman in the ostentatious hat, part of your group as well?
No.
He's more of an employee.
You invited him.
No, to be clear, she, because currently a dwarf is she, is not invited. She's stowed away. She is a friend, if you use that term loosely, more of a pet. But like a sentient pet, an unexpected addition to the group, but can be helpful and does take orders.
One eyebrow kind of raises and she looks over at Sable and then back at Moxie and says, "It's not a dwarf.
That's a kobold.
It's a kobold? Mission security, Sable."
A kobold warrior. When we met him, he was trying to actively kill us.
He seems not smart enough for any duplicity.
He is kind of an idiot.
And
An
she
adorable,
gives-
violent idiot, but an idiot.
And she gives Moxie a very knowing look off of the word "is an idiot."
She doesn't understand that she should be offended.
All right. How long do we have until the Haunted Isles? A day?
A day.
What else do we know about the other elf? The one, your person. She looks at Moxie.
What do you mean you don't know Rhapsody? She's been your customer for decades.
All right. Anything she brings to the table?
Oh, you mean the fact that she was the captain of a pirate ship for damn near half a century? Yeah, I think she brings something to the table.
She's the one who procured the ship.
She's also a really good painter if you need a portrait done.
I hardly need a portrait done. All right, Sable.
Yes.
Your team. What befits them best? To know that I'm here or not?
Well, now that you're here, we might as well inform the group if you have plans on stepping in on my mission.
No, you're in charge. I'm here only to make sure that the portal is closed.
And for the briefest second, you see a look of almost surprise on Sable's face of her saying that he's in charge. Very well, we'll introduce you to the rest of them.
And she says, good. Then she looks at Moxie. Why don't you go get them and bring them back here?
Moxie looks at Sable. I thought you were in charge.
You see an exasperated expression come over Sable's face, and he heaves a sigh. Moxie, go get the others.
Of course. And she gives a little curtsy to Sable on the way out the door. She's like being told what to do. And she will go hunt down August and Dr. Stone. She waits until she gets to the stairwell. She kind of looks behind her to make sure that nobody's looking out the doorway. And then she runs down the stairs. August! 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 The elegant man is not elegant nor a man. Well, she is pretty elegant, but she's not a man. She's not even human. It's Sable's boss. Her name is Minthra, and she's some kind of elf I ain't never seen before.
Being in a large city his entire life, does August know anything? The head of the Sapphire Society is named Minthra. What a dark elf looks like.
I don't think she's in charge of the
not.
Sapphire Society.
She's a lieutenant.
She's just a lieutenant in the Sapphire Society.
Roundabout way,
Yeah.
kind of esque,
Yeah.
in charge of at least
Right.
Sable and
An officer.
Sable's assignments.
Do you think that August's pay grade or experience has been where he knows of drow elves?
Depends on how much the upper echelons of the guard would want the lower echelons to know and be wary.
Yeah. Maybe you've
Was there
heard
ever
of subterranean elves.
Was there ever a briefing?
Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just standing there for years watching people walk by, walking
Right, right.
out the gate. Has he?
Probably never seen
Okay,
one
cool.
in real life.
Okay. She's a what?
She's some kind of weird elf I ain't never seen before. Her hair's all white and her skin's all purpley gray. Anyway, she's really menacing looking. But she said that Sable's in charge. And then she tried to order me around, which you know I didn't like. But anyway, she wants to meet you.
Sounds like you're describing a dark elf.
I don't know. And honestly, doesn't super matter. But let's go.
Wait,
All right.
Give him a chance to
I
lord
guess-
up. Give him a chance to lord up.
I've never heard of any dark elves here on Tanverale, but when I was reading my book, remember that Loth spider goddess demon thing?
Yeah, the one that's
Apparently
gonna come through the gate?
Yeah, from the plane of Toril, she has worshippers who are dark elves, the way you describe, white hair, dark skin. That sounds like
A spider goddess from another plane of existence, worshipped by the very thing you described to be in there having a conversation with Sable.
right.
Amidst the temple and the cultists and the spiders we've already faced and
Yeah, we should
rituals
get in there.
happening. Yes, we should get in there. Draws weapons.
I don't think
we should
Sable
go
wants you
in
to kill her.
I don't think we're not. This is not an enemy.
Yet.
Was it a just god or an evil god that you read about?
Well, the evil goddess is an evil goddess demon, but she's not worshipped here on this plane by anybody at all.
It is suspicious, though. I'm with August on
Well,
this one.
But we should not go in with our weapons drawn.
Very
either
well.
way.
But
That's
anyway.
not the way we should.
My
be
weapon will
handling.
go in with me drawn and bust the door open.
And your weapon is always drawn. You
Right.
can't sheath your weapon.
All those giant sticks behind your back.
Yeah. So don't be holding your weapon in your hand.
Anyway, she's really scary, but Sable seems to, at the very least, respect us, so I think we're supposed to be nice.
Let's go in. I'm interested in meeting this person. I've always wanted to know who Sable's working for. We don't know much about Sable, so this could be a very interesting experience. And at that moment, an owl flies into the window. I'm like, where the hell have you been? We were in a fight and I didn't find you anywhere.
The ship is much faster than his little owl wings.
Yeah, you should have gone on board when I came on board.
He was packing his little owl suitcase.
Anyway, let's go in and meet Sable's boss.
While you guys are having that conversation, the door shuts from the stateroom and Minthra and Sable are alone, and Minthra says, you know that you are the only reason she's not bleeding out right now.
I know, and thank you for your restraint. We need her for the mission.
We do. Remember the mission. And even as she starts to say it, you hear Minthra's voice soften just a little bit, like she knows that you know this, your training, even your own personality traits. But she finishes the thought by saying, nothing and no one is more important than ridding Zaylin Pierce and his cult and closing that portal. If they have to die, they will die.
Very well.
At least we are on the same page.
Yes, probably best not to mention that part to them, though. I'm sure while they understand the risks involved, that they would be none too pleased to hear that we would leave them dry, so to speak.
If they're heroes, as you say, they'll offer themselves up.
Heroes is a loose term. We've got a bartender, a doctor, and an ex-guard. So, while you call them heroes, I believe it's merely the fact that they've been the only ones to step up and actually attempt to finish this job.
Well, as you said, your choices so far have been very effective. We'll find out. Here they come. And just as she says that, the door rattles and the three of you come back in.
I would have knocked.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
She is scary. seeing August react that way, she's like, maybe I should.
Are you decent?
But anyway, she knocks on the door and she says, Sable, I've brought them.
And Minthra nods.
Enter.
And she opens the door and she lets the boys walk in first.
And you guys see this elegant looking female elf, again with a very distinctive skin tone, kind of a purplish gray. Her hair is a frosted white. It's pulled back in a very severe ponytail, very tight to her skin. She's wearing a red and black corset that has places for 2 daggers on each side of it. There is a short sword that's sticking up from a sheath over her shoulder, and the corset ends in a very free-flowing material that allows freedom of movement. She has a very piercing gaze, and you can tell she's just looking you up and down, taking in every perceptive thing that she can pull off of you as you all come in. But she waits for Sable to do any introductions.
As everybody gets into the room and the door closes behind them, Dr. Stone, August, this is Minthra, my mentor and my boss.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. You were the one disguised as that elegant gentleman earlier.
Yes.
Well, I guess you had a chance to look us over. What were your thoughts about us? Because you had the advantage to see us before we saw you.
She pauses, and you can see the processing, and she glances over at Sable and then looks back at you and says, Sable thinks you're the people for the job, looking back and forth between the two of you, Dr. Stone and August. I am not quite convinced yet.
What job are you talking about?
That you're here to save the world? Did your goddess send you to do such things?
I don't still believe any of that. I'm just here to make sure that the people here are safe. That's my job, is to keep everyone safe. That's all I'm doing. I'd say I've done a pretty good job to make sure they are still alive and still doing very well. So I think I'm doing my job pretty well. And since I don't work for you, I don't think I have to answer to you.
Fair enough.
Charisma of 8.
Exactly, right?
Every
100%.
time, she and I catch eyes.
Yes.
I'm looking at some different weapon that she has on her.
Yeah.
What I would need to do to take her down if I had to, or is she
She's
worthy?
a
Is she worthy
threat.
of saying, yeah, they're gonna fight?
And as you do so, her gaze drifts toward you, and there's a collegiality of martialness that is between the two of you.
I will switch hands. My weapon is blade down. I will spin it around in front of me, not showing off, and pass it to the other hand, blade up, and kind of lean it out a little bit, like, look at this.
and she holds your gaze for a long time, but you can also know that she has done something very similar, right? She's evaluating, she notices that dexterous move, she notices the position of the weapon, how now you have it slightly tilted, the blade toward her, and she looks over at Sable, and there's the smallest perception of a nod of approval, and then looks back at August.
Who goes more a relaxed stance?
And you're the muscle.
I am, in this group anyways.
Very nice. Reach weapon, interesting choice.
Thank you. You have melee and ranged all in one there, don't you?
Very nice. Lingering, holding that gaze for a moment. So, we have a fighter, a healer, she kind of smirks, a bartender, and a mentee. I assure you that this is Sable's job. I'm just here as a failsafe. The Sapphire Society needs to know what's going on. The Sapphire Society needs to make sure this threat doesn't affect our way of life. And I'm here to make sure that one of us, and she looks back at Sable, makes it back to Ironspire to let people know in case something goes awry. So what's your plan?
What exactly are you expecting?
Zaylen Pierce has resources. And Zaylen Pierce is after more than just a place on the city council. He is after more than just an opportunity to be on the throne. And that's something more. It's going to interfere with my business prospects. And Moxie, it might be interesting, you tell us, but she has kind of made the same deductions, or at least she vocalizes them in a way that you have more than once, right?
Right.
I think what is our plan is a very good question. Our plan really was to simply follow the Copper Dragon, which we are doing right now. And once we get to where the Copper Dragon is, to stop them from doing any kind of machinations to bring in this Loth goddess demon character. As I say Loth demon, I'm looking at her to see if I get any reaction.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 18.
Okay. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any register that you notice.
And then once we stop Loth from being brought into this plane of existence, to sanctify the land and possibly return it to Veranex or Ningahe to make sure that nothing like this can ever happen again. That is our plan right now.
And with that, an eyebrow goes up, and she kind of, for her, blurts out, "Sanctify the Haunted Isles?"
No, we are sanctifying the area where they were going to
There's a
forth.
temple that was previously Veranex's on the Haunted Isles. We're attempting just to sanctify that temple.
I don't think we have the ability to sanctify the entire island.
It is full of undead.
And what's Connor's passive perception?
Sables?
Or, sorry, what is Sable's passive
I
perception?
feel like Connor has a solid 17.
Yeah, for sure.
You're right on 17?
Very good. And Moxie has a passive of 18 still because of your enhancement for the day?
Yeah. Passive insight?
Or insight, yeah.
My passive insight is an 18.
Okay, very good.
Oh, insight?
Well, no, I wanted your perception. But
okay.
her insight's going to work out
My
really, really
passive
well.
insight is also 18.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So,
For the vibes.
So Sable, as he mentions some deities, it seems sort of absent-minded, but her one hand goes near her neckline. Her fingers just kind of touch there for a second. And Dr. Stone, your passive insight of 18, Moxie as well, that's the almost subconscious motion of there being something important there, right? Maybe Dr. Stone, you immediately think of like articles of faith or something like that.
I've been saying all of this about Zaylen Pierce for weeks. I'm more than just a bartender, I'm a business owner, and I'm very astute at that. Anyway, Zaylen Pierce has a ship full of a whole bunch of innocents, otherwise we would just shoot them out of the sky. Unfortunately, we have an unknown number, but dozens of innocents on board with him, and that's not counting the goons. That's just children and such. Our goal is to sanctify the gate, and if we use the gate, then he can't use the gate, and then that'll buy us some time, and then we can, stop Zaylen Pierce. The good news for us is that we have Rhapsody, who you scoffed at earlier, because Rhapsody knows a few people that currently live in the Haunted Isles, including, but not limited to, the leader of a chorus of sirens. So, we're going to find the gate because we don't know exactly where it is. We got to get help from people in the area. Good news, we have a lot of friends, and friends can help each other. She kind of looks over at Sable and then looks back. And so we're going to find our friends, we're going to find that gate, we're going to make sure that nobody can use it to summon Demon Law through, and then we're going to go back home, and then yes, I am going to continue working at my bar, and honestly, I want a discount.
And as you say mermaids, you see again the tug of a smirk at the corner of her lips. And when you say discount, she actually scoffs just a little bit. She says, well, mermaids and discounts. I will give you this, Maxie, that you definitely have imagination.
Are you trying to tell me that you don't believe in sirens?
They care only about their own underwater refuges.
Right, but the underwater refuge is, guess what? Part of the world. And guess what the Loth is going to destroy the second she comes in through that gate? The world. So it's in their best interest to stop the gate from opening as well.
Moxie, this isn't about sirens.
No, it's not, but I don't like the attitude.
And she raises an eyebrow as if to say, like,
Attitude.
me? Those of you with a passive perception above 15 see that one hand is clenched, like she's got it raised by her side.
But she will listen to Sable, and she will go sit back down in her chair and cross her arms in a bit of a huff.
What we also need to consider is that while we do have, and I look over at Moxie, friends, Zaylin Pierce has better friends, as he just sent the Griffin Cavalry after us.
He has probably better armed friends than we do.
So, not just what happens here at the Haunted Isles, we need to be prepared for the repercussions once we do get back to Ironspire.
That is a worthy conversation for a later time. And you almost get the sense that she's impressed with the fact that you're thinking that far ahead.
As for now, we have a day to discuss what our plans will actually be and how we might go about this.
Do you all as a group here in this room, do you want to talk a little bit about strategy? It just in general terms, what's the game plan whenever these two airships come down? Are you going to rush it? Does August give any viewpoints on that? Are you going to linger back and wait and see what happens with these groups? What's going to go on?
Before we get into any discussion of that,
Yeah.
we need more people in this discussion. We need Rhapsody in this discussion. We need the captain in this discussion. So if we go, well, what are we going to do with the ship? That's not going to matter. We need the captain in on this discussion. We need Rhapsody on the discussion on deciding, are the sirens going to help us out? So this room is not where the discussion should be happening. The discussion needs to be happening with the captain and with Rhapsody.
We need to
Have a second dinner meeting?
we need to have a meeting in the bridge.
I'm getting a little peckish. Maybe we should get the captain. And I know we should probably include Usa Kobina in on this conversation.
I think you guys are underestimating Kobe. He does a really good work.
I've never underestimated Kobe, but
He successfully convinced more than one person that he's actually a dwarf. I don't know how he did it. I don't know where he got the money to get on board. But
I'm pretty
he told us he snuck on board.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the hat. But I say we get Kobe, the captain, and Rhapsody in on a conversation. Why don't we all eat at the captain's table tonight, and then we'll have that discussion.
That sounds good. All right. So Minthra lets you guys know that she is going to put the Have Disguise back on and resume the appearance of the Elegant Man, at least for a little while, at least regarding the crew. And we made it to Stormhaven, roughly, 2 o'clock in the afternoon-ish or so, something like that, half day's travel, and have moved on without any disembarkment that happens. And so we've got, again, about a day of travel time left. The evening comes around, and perhaps at your guys' invitation, Captain Farah Winslow leaves Lanks in charge of piloting for a while. And in one of the society rooms there on the second floor, where there are some tables and such, you guys can have a meal with whomever you would like to invite. Obviously, the four of you, Minthra, Rhapsody, Captain Farah Winslow, Kobe.
I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to invite Aquata, because she seems like the head of security, if you will.
Could be.
She held her own in that fight pretty good.
Well, let's ask the captain. Who is your
recommend.
head of security on this ship?
Oh yeah, both of them are very good. Aquata and Aurora both. They can handle themselves. I don't really have a head of security.
All right. Well, one of them probably should be joining us at your table. We're going to have a pretty lengthy discussion about what is about to happen.
They might have some knowledge that would be helpful, and you as well, Captain, of course. Let me ask you really quickly, Captain, on the way to dinner, how long you been captaining for?
I've been captain of the second KISS for about 20 years.
Were you captain at all before that, or were you just a sailor?
Well, I changed professions, let's say.
Oh, and how long have you known Rhapsody?
Oh, I knew Rhapsody back when Rhapsody was not a bartender, shall we say.
Oh, she's never been that good of a bartender, but she has been a bar owner.
But to speak bluntly, I've known Rhapsody for about 50 years.
It's very nice to meet people who share my fondness for Rhapsody, even if she does do that weird thing with a T. So let's have a good meeting.
So you guys all settle in, and Captain Farah, has Aquata there as well, and these folks are the only folks on the ship. Everybody's there except for Aurora and Lynx, who is driving. And Aurora's kind of being a little bit of the maitre d', right? Aurora's helping out, bringing some things. It's not an extravagant meal in any way, shape, or form. Finger foods and sandwiches, so to speak. Heroes' lunches, if we want to call it that. And as you are sitting there, Captain Winslow goes ahead and says, so I'm getting the feeling this is about more than just answering some siren call.
We just need your expertise and knowledge during this meeting. But yes, it is a little bit deeper than a hunt for a siren.
This is going to be Mr. Sable's meeting here, but I think a good place to start would be Captain or Rhapsody. Do one of you have a map of the Haunted Isles that we could use to, put our peepers on?
And Rhapsody pulls out a map, somewhat stylized, and you can see that the Haunted Isles is a little archipelago of islands. There are 4 that are larger, one smaller one that's kind of in the center of this breakup, and then lots and lots and lots of little ones around the edge. She does have marked on the isle a place called Secularis, which she informs you is a pirate hideout and pirate encampment that's there. And after a little bit, one of you, maybe from your resources, maybe from the raid down underneath the city, you guys do see that you can locate in that smaller isle that's on the south of the bigger grouping. In the center of the isle is a marker for the temple rune that's there, what used to be a formal temple of Varanex.
And that's also where the Secularis is as well.
Secularis is on that same isle, right on the northeastern coastline.
So do you think the Copper Dragon is going to Secularis?
That would be a good place for them to port and lay down and then make a small trip across the way.
There's only so many places a ship that size could land, I would think.
Yeah, depending on the temple complex, they might be able to drop right in on it, but it'd take a little bit of a piloting check. The risk might be worth it, going across the Haunted Isles by foot, depending on what kind of denizens you run into. If the spirits are stirred up, that could be bad news.
Have you or Rhapsody ever been to Secularis?
And they share a look, and Rhapsody says, yeah, I've been there a few times. It's no place to stay, but if you need to find some help, she very easily avoids the word good help, right? If you need to find some help, you can do it.
Captain, is Secularis still there? Are people still there?
As far as I know. I mean, it's a pretty wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Right. Well, that sounds lovely. So right now we're just going to follow the Copper Dragon.
Well, I think that's all we can do for the next handful of hours.
They probably also know they're being followed.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hence the Griffin Cavalry.
But I think that also might be a contributing factor when they're making the pro-con list of whether or not they try to land at the temple complex, because here's another thing. If they're gonna have to trek inland, remember they aren't by themselves. They have a bunch of children with them and a bunch of people with prosthetic limbs. It's not going to be an easy trek if they're going through the jungle.
Can you land this thing?
It can be done. It's better if you have more in arms and structure.
And we're not sure what preparations they've made at the Haunted Isles prior.
Also true.
They could have,
That's what I'm saying.
near the temple, made their own port.
Right. So we won't know until we get there.
There's a lot of things we won't know until we're at least within eye shot of the island.
Yeah.
The elegant man, in quotes,
Hiram.
right, says, if it were me, I would go right for the temple ruins. If they've got, what did you say, children and
Yes.
hurt people, they're not going to want to try to trek a day across the Haunted Isles.
Right.
Anything else you guys want to talk about or make general plans for if they're going to land there? Are you guys going to raid down on top of them? Are you going to let them disembark first? Are you going to circle and see where they go?
Well, we're
Just in
already
general.
behind by a bit. Having a little bit of air released through the Griffin attack.
And the smaller engine in general.
Yeah, and then also we had attempted to make port at Stormhaven. So we're already a bit behind them. So they're very obviously going to be there before we are. And we don't know exactly how long their setup is going to take or anything like that. But I feel if we come in with the airship, that's more potentially a vulnerability of, obviously, prior to us leaving, Zayla knew we were having a ship. He had a backup plan with the cavalry. What is his plan C for if we do attempt to land the ship near him?
Right. I don't know if we can. He's going to have all his armed goons with him. We're not going to have anybody. So the idea of getting into a straight up fight with this guy is not going to work.
Which brings me back to the pirate village. Although they wouldn't be good help, they would be goons. And they would be goons who would be, I feel like, it'd be pretty easy to win over when you tell them that someone's about to release a demonic, monstrous god, 2 miles away?
Oh, not even that, I don't think.
That group definitely will do nothing unless it involves coin.
Well, he's one of the richest men in Iron Spire. They can pot out
the Copper Dragon's going to be worth a lot of money. They can take it.
Well, if that's the case, who knows if he hasn't bought them already.
That's right. The biggest problem, again, we're not going to be able to take them head on. We're coming up on night. Captain, is there any way we could overtake the Copper Dragon? Is your ship fast enough to go faster than the Copper Dragon?
Piloting it at night can be a little dicey, and it depends on the weather that we find around the Haunted Isles. I mean, Stormhaven is called Stormhaven for a reason. We've had really great progress so far. Short answer, we could stay at full speed through the night, but it'd be a little dangerous. Copper Dragon, if they're wise and go to standard, they'll run about half speed in the night. We could very well close up on them.
Other question. Could we sabotage the Copper Dragon as we are overtaking them?
I think, Rhapsody says, I think the only way you could do that is if you had some way of getting someone on board. Or maybe that owl of yours could, but he's not going to be able to fly fast enough to get there. I don't know.
Well, at some point, if we go full speed, and if they go half speed, at some point we are going to pass them.
Moxie, what's that trick that you did earlier?
It was very cool, but we already have a man on the inside.
Indeed.
Are you willing to risk him?
He's gonna die either way. I think you should ask him.
I mean, it would increase his chance of survival, maybe.
Throw
I'll
a
propose it
wrench
and leave it up to him.
You just gotta throw a wrench in the engine and hope the ship doesn't blow up.
I don't think there's any way we can stop the Copper Dragon completely, but maybe some way of slowing it down.
Well, unfortunately, the best way to make sure that the god doesn't get in our world involves the death of a lot of innocent people, which is not ideal. But if we're looking at things from a logical, and she kind of looks towards the elegant man, point of view, the best plan would be to shoot it out of the air, crash into the sea.
Well, but there's a lot of people on.
I know.
Yeah,
That's not a plan I would do. I'm saying, unfortunately, that is the best plan.
I don't
we
even
have
think
to
it's,
figure out.
I don't even think it's close to a plan in best war anyway. There's children on board.
Here's what I'm saying, Dr. Stone. I'm saying we're not going to do it. I'm saying they will not hesitate to shoot us out of the air. They already tried to shoot us out of the air.
I know that. That's why.
We're not doing it. I'm saying that is the most logical plan. And again, she looks towards the elegant man. She was trying to see if Minthra's going to hop in on this and be like, oh yeah, we definitely should shoot down all of those kids. I don't want to entertain that plan at all. I would never say that. What is that phrase? Oh, and Kiri's lost it too. The
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Something
or
like
the one.
that.
So I say we try to find some way to maybe throw a monkey wrench into the gears of the Copper Dragon, slow it down. We go to Secularis, maybe talk to some of the pirates there, explain to them that their island is about taken over by some evil goddess demon, and so maybe they should also be part of this. And then we go from Secularis, we travel overland to the temple, because again, I think you're absolutely right, Moxie, if Zaylen sees the second kiss anywhere near this temple, he's going to shoot it down and know that we're there. The best that we can do to not let him not know we're there in any way, shape, or form is the best.
He's going to know that we're there because we're following him. I think it would be fine to fly over. She looks to Rhapsody. What's our environment like? Are we jungle? Are we tundra?
Rhapsody says, oh, it's deciduous forest mostly. Lots of hills, lots of rugged terrain. For those of us on Earth, very Oregon, Mount Rainier type of aspects.
Excellent.
So,
we can just fly low over the trees, and then if he shoots us down, we're only falling.
Right, but that's why I'm saying. I'm also wondering about if there's a temple, then if it's covered by what is rainforest, then he can't just land there either. He'd have to go to Secularis and go across land.
But again, he's been building this plan for a while. This isn't his first trip to the Haunted Isles.
Right, so we can't do that. So our best bet is to go to Secularis. But if we go to Secularis and trek across land to get to this place.
Or, this thought just occurred to me, we're hypothesizing that he has some kind of landing spot over at the temple. If we can find a way to slow down their ship, overtake their ship, land at the port, and then knock it down.
Right, so
he can't land there.
Yes, that's why I'm saying slow down, because if we're going to Secularis, the plan is...
Well, I'm saying we skip Secularis. We go to their port that they've built, and we blow it up.
But we don't know where their port is.
But we know where the temple is, and we'll see the giant airport sticking up out of the forest.
I don't think it's... Well, I mean, there might be a giant airport, but I doubt if it'll be something like that. I think it'll be something...
Well, once we get closer to Secularis, good captain here should have a spyglass of some sort.
I'm saying a ship the size of the Copper Dragon, if you're gonna have a mooring, it's not gonna be one stick.
And again, he could very well be in good terms with Secularis. We go there, we could get captured by them for him.
and the elegant man says, now you're thinking like a villain. So Captain Farah Winslow says, all right, so we're gonna push hard through the night, try to overtake the Copper Dragon, and then we'll be looking to see for a land in sight when we get close.
Would it be beneficial for, like, essentially what I'm saying as a player, could we spend a lot of time buffing Lank and see if he can't get a few extra horses out of this engine?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Also, we still need to figure out a way to slow down the Copper Dragon.
Well, that's the August problem. What are we gonna? The rest of us gonna like?
Well, actually, I was thinking we have a wand of fireballs.
We have to get close enough.
No,
We have an owl.
we have an owl,
Who can only fly so far away from you?
like a mile. Actually, he can fly as far away as, I mean, I can't see through his eyes at a certain length, but he can fly anywhere on the planet.
But Dr. Stone, can your owl, whose eyes you can't see through at that distance, shoot with such precision that he hurts the engines but not take down?
I'm not talking about him using the fireball. I'm talking delivering it to
Logan.
Oh.
He can just talons to give it to him. I'm not expecting him to actually use a wand of fireball.
But
I think Logan could just huck a bucket or something into the engine.
Don't get in the weeds too much. Feel free to edit as we need to.
Yeah, I feel the better plan is to Logan somehow, some way, stall the ship. We keep the wand of fireball because if Zaylen Pierce, as seemingly omniscient as he is, has been keeping tabs on us, he probably knows Logan is in with August, and especially he's got mind reading powers. And so August is like, hey, we're gonna deliver a wand to you.
Yeah.
Of imaginable power.
I think that's we've just discovered that the best way to install an airship is to have some kind of magic item of fireball.
Yeah.
Tends to work.
Well, that works by killing everyone.
That's true. So get in touch with Logan and see if there's some way that we can stall this as we are going pedal to the metal.
Right. Dr. Stone, I think you and I and maybe Rhapsody can go talk to Lank and give him some words of encouragement and try to help him figure out this engine. Hey, if you think it's a good idea, August, presumably sweep ups around there somewhere. If Logan needs a pal.
Oh, Logan could throw Sweep up into the gears.
He could.
Yeah.
He maybe shouldn't because there is the soul of a child in there.
Captain,
Aye.
does the ship have a dark mode?
Capabilities.
We can make sure the lights are all out.
Any way to turn the flashing lights on the outside of the ship off?
Flashing lights. Well, now you're sounding like someone from Iron Spire.
You know, kill the headlights, that kind of stuff.
Right, that's a feature that a good airship has. Yes, I can make sure we are running without any lights.
The
At
cabin is dark mode. Everybody turn off lights.
Very good, very good, very good.
Mr. Sir, whatever your name might be, would you have a moment to talk?
Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City is Brooke Bullock as our Dungeon Master, Kiri Hester as Moxie, Connor Shenold as Sable, Johnny Payne as August E. Graymore, and I'm Michael Cross as Dr. Elias Stone. Our theme music comes from Ovani Sound. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Jeffrey McBride, Monument Studios, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by ST Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we discover more secrets in the Clockwork City.
Are you enjoying the show and want a little more? Become a Patreon and unlock the outtakes starting at just the $5 tier. They're loaded with goofy moments and behind-the-scenes banter that we couldn't fit into the episode.
Keep up to date with the coolest geek shenanigans in Oklahoma when you listen to the Okie Geek podcast. Stay in the know about upcoming conventions, comic books, and the nerdiest happenings in the Panhandle State. That way you don't miss out on things like live Mario Kart, Wizard comics, or board game conventions. Search for Okie Geek on the NPR app or wherever you get podcasts.